Good morning. Welcome to my basement. I don't know if anybody is here yet. If you can comment and give me a thumbs up or anything, that would be appreciated so I know that someone is there watching this video this morning. I thought I would just come in like 15 minutes before each class. We're going to try to do our classes on Facebook Live this week and see how it goes. So what that means is that at 15 minutes before each class, I'll show up here. You may just see me sitting in a chair for a while, but we will try to start our classes on time. So just be here and at the regular time. So what that means on Monday, Wednesday, Friday is that I will be here at 9 o'clock on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And you're going to hear some people talking in the background. Just ignore them. So that's kind of what we'll do. I'll probably talk about more things at 11 o'clock when class starts. But strength training, I'll be here on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 o'clock. And on Tuesday, Thursday, we'll do the yoga classes. And I will try to be here at 9:45 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Just send me a comment if you have a question or anything about the classes. Hopefully, as we move along, we'll add more people. I will try to do some more Facebook posts. And what you can do with those is that you can like them and share them. And maybe that'll help our classes grow on Facebook. Probably will not do any music with the strength training until I can get my act together and find some royalty-free music. We'll probably be using similar yoga music. I have found some royalty-free music that I can use for the yoga classes. So I'm here. I hope I'm broadcasting here. So I hope that will help everyone. So probably start classes in about 13 minutes and we'll go from there. If you have any questions or suggestions, just write them in the comments and I'll try to answer those during live time. I'm just messing with some stuff down here below. I've never done a Facebook Live class before, so this is all new for me too. I'd be interested to find out what projects or what things people are doing while they're at home. Maybe you'll be an inspiration for somebody else if you've done something that you found to spend and do your time. That would also be a great thing. So I'll be back here. I'll check in every couple of minutes until class starts at 11. I guess I hadn't thought about what I can fill this time with up for the first 15 minutes. I've just been following the news here at home. Let me introduce you to some inspiration I have at home. This is Leo. Hello, Leo. Can you tell him hello? That's Leo. I have one other cat named Rupio. He's asleep over here in the chair. My husband keeps coming in and out, up and down the stairs, so I'm sure he'll be another exciting distraction that we can have for class. So make sure you go ahead and like or comment so I know that you're there, and we'll start class soon. Oh, welcome, Lolly. Good to see you. Hi, Carol. Thanks for checking in. How are things going for you two ladies? I'll probably repeat myself several times here in the first 15 minutes before class. Just know that I'll try to be here that 15 minutes before. If you have questions or suggestions, you can type them in and I'll try to answer them in live time. We're going to do the strength training classes on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'll do a 9:15 advanced class, a 10:15 seated class, and 11 o'clock seated strength training class. So that will be strength training on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. On Tuesday, Thursdays, we're going to try to keep our same schedule that we had at the senior center. So that means I'll have a 10 o'clock gentle yoga class, and I'll have an 11 o'clock chair class. I'll try to be here at 9:45 on Tuesday, Thursday morning. So we'll see how this schedule works out. We might have to tweak some things about the starting or ending times of when I come on, mainly the starting time. But that's kind of what we'll try to stay to. If you're doing the strength training class today, just some suggestions. You can use water bottles if you don't have any weights here at home. You can do olive cans or any type of can. I've got olives. The other thing you can try, which I'm sure everybody has, is you can have maybe 2 rolls of toilet paper, because everybody has toilet paper evidently. So those are some things that you can use. You can also, don't feel like you can't participate if you don't have any of those things. Just regular movement using your body weight will be great. I think after we come out of this, everybody will be very proficient in their squats. So I have about 6 more minutes before we start. Again, if you have any questions or suggestions, just type in the comments and I'll try to do that in live time, answer your questions or suggestions. This is a good time before class if you want to share kinds of things you're doing around the house to kind of practice your social distancing. Dallas and I have been doing as many walks as we can every day. I am not a great walker in cold weather, so a lot of times he's going by himself. But on the days that it's sunny, we've been trying to get out and walk in our neighborhood and kind of see the sights. The daffodils in my yard are starting to come fully in bloom right now, so that's really great. Probably hoping to do some more gardening as soon as it gets warmer. I have reorganized and cleaned every kitchen cupboard that I have right now, so my kitchen is in really good condition at this point. What other things have I done, Dallas? He's shrugging his shoulders. I filed my taxes early. Now that they set the guideline or the deadline 90 days away, I went ahead and did them early. I answered that census thing. I got the thing in the mail that said go online and answer your questions for your census. Took me about 5 minutes. That was great. Got that out of the way. We have been FaceTiming with my father-in-law in the nursing home at Leonardville on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so that's been great. A way to stay connected with him. I hope you guys are all calling each other and staying in touch with each other. If you have any questions that you don't want to list here online, remember you can email me at the Senior Center email at rcseniors@sbcglobal.net. Or if you want to contact me directly, you can email me at slpete09@gmail.com. So those are all things that you can do to kind of stay in touch with me also. I got about 3 more minutes until class starts. I'll probably, hi Evelyn, glad you joined us today. Some of the same guidelines that we have at class kind of go into this class. If you get dizzy, if you get short of breath, or if you have any sharp pain or concern, please just give yourself a break and sit back. Make sure you're drinking lots of water, either before, during, or after the class. Stay well hydrated. What other kinds of things do you think I need to remind you to do? You guys are also good. We'll probably go pretty easy starting out, mainly just for me because I haven't, hi Lolly, good to see you. I lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
You go easy to begin.
Well, we're going to go easy to begin with because I have done squat here at home other than walk. So I've not done a lot of the weights or anything. I've heard from some of you that you have been doing the online videos on the Senior Center. That's great. Continue to do those. If you miss a Facebook Live, just go ahead and do those online classes. That's exciting. What other kinds of things can I remind you to do? I'll probably move the chair back here in a little while and see where we go from there. See how that works. Dallas is here sitting off to the side. He is watching this class on his iPad. At some point, he's going to have to participate.
It's about a 10-second delay.
I have about a 10-second delay, he says. So, we're going to start here in about 45. I'll probably just go over all the things I've said earlier before so we can catch up and start our class on time. Again, if you have any suggestions or comments, let me know. We'll probably go pretty easy today. We're going to probably stick with some tried and true movements because I know everybody has done most of these classes that or most of the movements or repetitions that we did. If you hear some crying and moaning in the background, it's my cats. So starting back right up at the top of the hour here, I'm going to go right back from the beginning and start all over. Welcome to my basement. We're going to try to do the senior center fitness classes today at the 11 o'clock 11 o'clock seated strength training class today. I'm going to try to keep the regular schedule that we've had at the senior center. So on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, you're going to see strength training at an advanced class at 9:15, a seated class at 10:15, and another seated class at 11. Then on Tuesday, Thursday, we'll do the gentle yoga class at 10 and the seated class at 11. I am going to try to come on early before the class started. Let's just say I'll be online Facebook Live about 10 minutes before the first earliest class. So that means on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'll be here about 9:05. And for Tuesday, Thursday, I'll be here at 9:50 to get things started. If you don't have any weights for the class, no problems. Remember, you've got body weight naturally built into your body. You can grab a couple of cans. You can grab a couple of water bottles. Mainly, the classes are just here, so I make sure everybody is continuing to move. So I think that has covered all my basic things. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to warm up first like we do in every class. If I come up and look at the screen, it's because I feel like I've gotten a new comment and I want to either welcome that person or answer a question. So go ahead and make sure if you want to go ahead and comment, that's fine too. But I'm going to pull my chair back and we're going to get started with our typical warm-up. Class is going to go about 30 minutes. That's what I'm going to shoot for. I have an audience of one with my husband in the recliner, so this is so exciting. So he's going to be here to laugh at my terrible jokes. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's do arms up and down. Just warm up. We're just going to do it like we always do. We're going to stay tried and true to our regular warm-ups. Can you kind of watch the screen and see if I get any comments? I think you can just watch it on yours. Maybe you can't. I think if you swipe your screen back or forth, you'll be able to see on your screen maybe. I think the last one I had gotten was from Lolly. So just keep those arms up and down. Make sure you're standing up nice and tall. Let's bring our arms down right out in front. Let's go side to side. It's a different landscape when you're doing the exercises and you're just seeing yourself rather than people's smiling faces. Remember, we're just warming up now. We're starting kind of at the top of our body and we're going down towards our core and our knees. Let's bring our hands out front. Grasp your buttons. Let's turn your buttons. Take your arms out wide, thumbs up and down. Make sure you're breathing nice and big. Nice deep breaths flowing in and out. Let's put our hands down by our hips. Let's do flippy flops. Arms around your middle. Arms back down. Let's come back in. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, we're going to bring our arms out, palms down. Let's make some circles forward. Flip those palms up, small circles back. Oop, I got a new comment. Who is that from? Oh, Tammy Berkman is watching. Hey, Tammy, welcome. Arms back down to your side. Shoulder shrugs up and down a few times. I can feel all those little pops in my shoulders. I guess I haven't been doing much with those shoulders. Oop, another comment.
Linda Mays is watching.
Hey, Linda. Good to see you. All right, let's stick our arms out wide, palms facing forward. Let's push that wall forward. Now we're going to switch our palms back and push that wall back. All right, drop your hands on your hips. Let's rotate our hips round and round. Take your hips back the opposite way. So we're going to do each of our classes kind of just primarily like what we do in class. We're going to start with a warm-up. We're going to do a little bit of body of work, and then we'll do a cool down. All right, come back right behind your chair. Let's put our arms into our cactus arms or goalpost arms, whatever you want to call them. Let's rotate. I'm going to get some nice movement in our spine. Loosen that up a little bit. Again, remember, when you're doing and following our exercise routine with us today, if you get short of breath or if you get dizzy or if you have any sharp pains, give yourself a little break, sit down, but then rejoin us again when you're feeling you want to join us back. We're going to come back here to the center. Let's go ahead and get seated. And if you have, again, you can use weights. You can use water bottles, cans. I tried to make a joke earlier, toilet paper if you have it, I guess. So let's start out with some arm movements, and then we're going to get up behind our chair and do some extra I've got here. All right, no new ads. So let's start with some bicep curls. Arms down to our sides, still sitting up nice and tall. Remember, we're getting away from our chair. We're not leaning up against our chair. We're making all the muscles and in our back and our shoulders set us up nice and tall. So hands down to your sides. Let's do a few bicep curls. And remember, slow is good. It makes all those muscles work. So resist it coming up and resist it when you let your arms come back down. So take a nice deep breath in. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Drop those arms back down. Shoulder shrugs. Weights down here at your sides, just lifting your shoulders up and down. Take them up as far as you can. And just let them come back down. Again, still resisting. When you're coming down, you're letting those shoulders come down nice and slow. You can also put in those comments as we do our classes if there's a suggestion for an exercise that I'm not doing that you'd like me to do. That'd be great too. That's one way that I can hear from you. Let those arms come down. We're going to drop one weight. You're going to keep one weight. You're going to take your left arm and you're going to bring it across your knees. You're going to let your right hand come down by your side. And we're just going to lift it like we're lifting a suitcase up. I want you to think about keeping your head and spine nice in alignment. So you're going to pick out a spot in front of you and watch that spot and focus on the spot while we do these. I'm finding myself a little bit out of breath, so I'm going to take a nice deep breath here. Let's lift it up. 1, 2. I'm going to go here from the side so you can see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now we're going to just switch to the other side. So this time you're going to take your right hand across your legs. You're going to, that supports your upper body a little bit. You're going to take your left hand down here by your side. We're going to do the same thing. We're just going to lift up and down. Pick up that spot in front of you. We're going to go take a nice deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, before we get up and get behind our chair, let's go ahead and finish our hand and wrist exercises. I'm adding these in because we usually just do them on Fridays, but I think we're going to just make them in our regular routine because I think it's just a really good way to focus on our forearm strength in our arms. So on this one, you're going to let your forearms rest on your legs. Your hands are going to waterfall over your knees. So that's what it looks like if you're looking directly at me. If you're from the side, you're still trying to keep a nice straight upper back, and you're just letting those hands waterfall over your knees. So that's how it looks. And all you're doing right now is you're just lifting those wrists up and down. Just a nice slow moving wrist up and down. So from the side, it looks like this. It's just a very small movement. And keep doing that. One thing you'll have to let me know is if I'm talking too fast or I'm talking too loud or too soft, because I have no idea how the sound is working out here. I'm hoping you have sound. All right. Now we're going to change, and our palms are facing each other, and we're going to rotate in and out. These are just small movements with your wrists and things, but so important for your forearm strength, especially if you have the weights or the cans or the water bottles here. Now we're going to return to the palms facing down, and we're going to rotate our wrists with our weights out and in. We're going to do that a few times. I want to thank all of you who have joined me today. I hope we see more people Wednesday for strength training. And of course, yoga classes tomorrow. I'll be here about 9:50. We'll start our gentle class at 10. If you haven't done any of the classes before, if you haven't done the yoga classes before, I'd say start with the chair yoga at 11. The gentle yoga requires you to be able to get up and off the floor. So that's a good place to start. If you've not done the advanced, if you've not done the strength training classes before, I would have you start at 10:15 or 11 and work yourself up to the 9:15 advanced class. All right, I think we're done with our weights. We're gonna get up behind our chair now and do some things behind our chair. I'm just gonna check and see what else I've got here. I don't have any other comments. So, make sure your weights and everything is under your chair, so you've got free movement around your chair. I may move my chair for purposes of illustrating movements, but I want you standing behind your chair. You can have your hands on your chair. We're going to start out with just our basic heel and toe raise. So I'm going to move my chair so everybody can see that. You're standing behind your chair, you're standing up nice and tall, hands on your chair. If your balance is such that you don't need to have your hands on your chair, that's okay. But I'd like you to start here if you have any type of challenge with your balance and don't feel comfortable. So all you're really doing is lifting your heels up, coming back down flat, and then lifting your toes up. Just rocking back and forth. Heels and toes. Heels and toes. Heels, toes. Heels, toes. Heels, toes. One more time. Heels and toes. Now we're going to think about doing 5 little squats. So now remember, on the squats, you're going to take your legs up about hip width apart. And remember, on your squats, you're really thinking about starting at your hips and pushing them back and then bending your knees. Always hips first. So we're going to do 5 to start with. And also remember, little squats are fine. If that's all the further you want to go down, that's great. If you want to go down a little further, that's okay too. But I want you to think about a nice tall profile to start with. So take a nice deep breath. Let's do 5. Nice deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great job, everybody. Now we're going to do some side leg lifts out to the side. So again, I have the chair in front of me. We're going to do our right leg first. Take a nice deep breath in. We're going to do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, move over to that left side of your chair. We're going to repeat the same things. Remember, again, you can do all of these depending on your fitness abilities. If you don't need to hang on your chair to do them, great. But if you want that chair, it's right here for you for support. Take that nice deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, back to those 5 little squats. I know you're tired of me preaching this, but squats are the best whole body exercise you can possibly do. You want to be able to make sure you can get in and out of your seat. So this really helps you activate all those muscles that help you do that. So again, you're standing up nice and tall. You're going to take a nice deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 7. I was only going to do 5. You got a couple of extra ones in there. Okay, I'm going to keep the chair right here. We're going to do what they're called affectionately butt kicks or heel kicks. Hands on your chair if you need it. If you want to have a little bit more stability, we're going to start with our right leg first. And I want you to think about taking and bringing that right heel up as close as you can to your bottom. Keep that right knee pointed straight down towards the floor. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's switch to that left leg. Same thing. You're going to bring that left heel up to your bottom as much as you can. Standing up again nice and tall. Take that nice deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring that foot back down. Before we sit back down, we're going to do some stretches. And I saw a couple of other comments here. Welcome, Jewel and Jan. All right, let's do, we're going to do this strength training class started at 11. I'm going to try to kind of end right around 11:30. But let's going to do a little bit of stretching before we sit back down in our chair with our legs. So I want you to place your hands on your chair. You're going to step back both feet. And I want you to think about creating a nice long line from your hips all the way to the hands on your chair. And I just want you to breathe nice and big. Breathe in your nose and out your nose. Nice deep breaths. Take 3 to 5 breaths here. Really stretch all the way from the hips, all the way through your shoulders to the hands on your chair. We're going to step up with our right foot. We're going to bring that left heel towards the floor. You're going to bring your right knee towards your chair, and you're just going to stretch into a lunge here. Just again, taking nice deep breaths. We're just kind of trying to cool down and stretch things out a little bit. Again, let me know what exercises you would like to do. If there's some things that I've forgotten to do today, A-okay to email me or post a comment about something. Now we're going to step forward halfway with your left foot. You're going to set your bottom back and you're going to bring that right toe up. We're looking for a nice big stretch in the back of our leg. Let's step up towards our chair. We're going to take our right arm out. We're going to sweep it across your chest. We're going to support it and hook it with our left arm. We're just stretching out our shoulder a little bit. Make sure you keep a little bit of bend in your knees. I'm looking at comments here.
So at least on my image, it's flipped.
Yeah.
So what's right is left and left is right.
So just make sure if you do one side, just do the other. Thanks for joining us, Linda. Share it. Like it. We want as many of our senior center folks out there moving and exercising with us. Now we're going to go back and put our hands on our chair. We're going to do the opposite. Whatever you did the first time, just turn it around. So I'm stepping back with my right leg, which is probably left leg to you, I guess. Take your left leg towards your chair. You're going to bring your left knee towards your chair. You're going to bring your right heel towards the floor. You can make your stance as narrow, as wide as you like. Remember, we're just stretching out a little bit here before we go do the cool down on our chair, sitting in our chair. Big breaths. All right, let's step up halfway with that back foot. You're going to set your bottom back and bring that forward toe up. You want to feel that stretch here in the back of that leg. As we do these classes, I want you to think about just not physically what you're doing, but mentally. Maybe some of you have had to like Facebook. Maybe you're creating a Facebook. Well, you haven't created it if you're not here, but if it makes you create a Facebook page, if it makes you stretch out a little bit technology-wise with your mind mentally, great. Now you're going to stand up behind your chair. You're going to take, last time I did my right arm, but now we're going to take my left arm across and we're going to stretch that left shoulder out a little bit. Remember, you're breathing nice and big. One of the questions I get a lot about is breathing while you're exercising. And I know I don't always breathe correctly, but what you're trying to emphasize on your breathing is that anytime your muscle is doing the majority of work, you want to be exhaling. So on like bicep curls, if you got your hands here to your side, you're going to take a nice deep breath in. Exhale as you're coming up. Inhale as you're coming back down. Exhale. Inhale. So that's just a basic breathing kind of thing. We're going to come back down to your chair seat again. You're going to sit down. I'm going to pull this back because I don't know if I can get my, you get a fuller sense. Let me move my stuff out of the way. We're going to take our right foot out and we're going to point and flex. I just got another comment. So point and flex that foot. Ellie, I'm so glad to see you too. You made it. I don't know enough about the Facebook Live because I've not done it before, but I think you might be able to, after this class is over, you might be able just to pull it back and listen to the whole thing again. I'm not sure because I haven't done that much Facebook Live. So it's all new to me too. You're just pointing and flexing that foot out so it kind of looks like this. Let's extend that toe out, circle it about, round and round. So on our cool down, we traditionally just start down at our feet and work our way back up our body. Make sure you're breathing again, nice and big. Take that toe back the other way. Bring that foot down. Switch to the opposite foot. Point and flex. So on the 10, 15, and 11 o'clock strength training classes, are going to be about the same. So we're going to probably do a lot of the same similar movements. So if you have projects around your house and can't do the 11 o'clock but can do the 10:15, that's great. Maybe this is something that when we get back on our regular schedule at the center and we're doing classes at the center, maybe we can also just do the Facebook live during our regular classes. We'll see. Point that toe out, circle it about. Go back the other way. All right, place both feet down on the floor. You're still on the edge of your chair seat. You're not up against the back of your chair yet. I want you to place your hands on your lap. Just take a couple of nice deep breaths in and out. Just trying to catch up with those breaths. Now I want you to place both hands on your right side. You're turning and looking to the right. You're rotating and just breathing here. Getting some good movement here in your spine again. Breathing big. Come back to the center. Now you're going to sweep your hands to the opposite side. Sweeping back to the opposite side. That's my left, which is probably to your right here. I think there's some way that I can flip that around, but I don't know how to do that yet, so I might monkey with the directions here, but just do your opposite side. Taking some nice deep breaths here. Come back to the center. I want you to place palms and elbows together. We're going to work on opening up that chest and bringing your shoulder blades together. So inhale, exhale wide. Inhale, exhale wide. Inhale, exhale wide. Inhale, exhale wide. Let's do a few W's and Y's. W, Y. W, Y. W, Y. W, Y. One more time. W and Y. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Let's let your fingertips sweep side to side. Stretching out our fingers and our wrists a little bit on this one. Bring those fingertips back up. Let's take our hands out wide. Let's take a thumb to each finger, opening up our hands nice and wide. Hands down to your side, make some fists, do some wrist circles, round and round. We're just about finished for our time today. I'll be back here tomorrow at about 9:50 for gentle yoga starting at 10. And then we'll do an 11 o'clock chair yoga. Make sure you like or share. I'll try to put a post that announces the classes that are coming up each day. So like and share that if you want your friends. If you have some friends that are going steer crazy, at least we can be together for a little bit in the morning. That'll be great. Open up those hands nice and wide. Hands on your lap. Let's bring our shoulders up. Let's rotate them back into some nice big circles. Let's bring our circles forward. One last circle back. Drop them down, hands back on your lap. Let's turn our chin side to side, shoulder to shoulder, loosening up those muscles in our head and our upper back. Stretching a little bit. Make sure you're breathing nice and big. Come back to the center. Let's drop our chin down to our chest. It's like you're saying yes to something. Lifting up and down. Bring your chin back to the center, hands down by your sides. We always end our class with a couple of 2 or 3 big breaths. So inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. One more time. Inhale up, exhale down. Take your arms out wide. Give yourself a great big hug. We're finishing our class today. Again, last big hug. Thanks for joining me this morning. I'll be back here again on Tuesday for yoga. I think it went okay. I hope I'm getting all the kinks out of the technology so we can join each other every morning. So I'll be back here in my basement at 9:50 tomorrow for yoga class. I'm going to try to add that music that we had previously. Maybe look for some new royalty-free music for the yoga class. If you have any suggestions or anything, shoot me an email to the center, senior center email, rcseniors@sbcglobal.net, and I'll try to answer it if as quickly as I can. Take care, and I want you to have a great Monday. We'll meet you back here on Tuesday. Thanks, Lena. All right. Bye-bye.